Welcome to TRADEREP. This is Short Hammer. It is the 27th of June 2019, and we're looking at Amazon. Now, ever since the FOMC, we had a run up into the 1936 area, but since then the news has been slightly variable, so we've been kind of drifting to the downside. The good news is that Amazon held that 1875 area, which is one of the areas that we expected buyers to step in. So we held that area on the 25th, which was Tuesday. Then yesterday on Wednesday, we pushed back above the 1889 and closed above the 1895, which is another demand area that we expected buyers to step in. As of right now, I believe we're gapped up over the 1902 area. And so above that area, we have 1908. Then we have the quarterly pivot at 1916. Then we're watching up here in the supply demand zone, the 1923.75. And then we need to get through this 1936 area. What's interesting about this 1936 area is if we look back, it's significant. Here, it was a rejection on the 8th of March. Actually, no, 8th of May. And then here, it provided a little bit of support on the 3rd of May. Then a little bit of rejection on the 30th of April. Then a little bit of support on the 29th of April. So this is an area that we want to watch, that once we get to this area, can we get through it and then see more upside, or will this create a little bit of turbulence or congestion for us? Now, if we look at the lower time frame, let's go to the 5-minute chart. Yesterday, we bounced around between the 1902 area, this monthly pivot, and the main intraday pivot, this 1889 area. So now we're going to open up above the 1910, 1912 area. So what we want to watch for is the 1908 to hold and potentially going through the 1916s. And let's hope we don't bounce around between 1916 and 1902. What I've seen in the news is that there's potential good vibes between President Xi and President Trump. If that continues, we might rocket through those levels we mentioned earlier, the 1923.75 to 1936. Let's keep our eyes open, because we're not quite sure what may happen as far as the market, but we know our zones, we know our levels. We're watching the 1908, we're watching the 1916s, the 1923.75. Can we get through that? And then can we, if we get through that, what do we do around this 1936 area? So we're going to watch these levels to see if we can climb and rocket through here before the G20. The most beautiful thing that could happen would be if pre-G20, we get a market push and just great vibes and good news and good PR headed into the G20, so the market runs, so that we could all have like a great trend going rather than all this chop, and we can collect a bunch of money headed into the G20 and exit our positions. And then after the G20, no matter which way it goes, we collect a bunch of money again, whether to the downside or to the upside if we're rocketing, because we have some sort of a deal or good vibes coming out of the G20. So as far as Amazon, just watch those levels. We're right now currently above the 1908. So the next level to watch will be the 1916s, then the 1923s, 75 area here. Then next up is the 1936. So these are the areas that we want to keep on watch for Amazon today. And hopefully we don't do what we did yesterday, which is bounce between the zones that we have. So bounce off the quarterly pivot and go down to the 1908 or go down to the 1902 and just bounce back and forth all day. Hopefully we don't have that. Hopefully today we're trending in a direction, whether that's going to be up because there's potential positive news, or down because people aren't willing to hold or buy heading into G20. But we'll see what we get today. And also remember, Amazon has earnings, I believe, on the 25th of July. So the premium price is going to be going up. So keep an eye on that also as we head into earnings on Amazon.